Main event here. This one here honestly changed for me a little bit last night. I really thought that we were doing Rollins versus Punk, Uso, and LA Knight. I thought that they were just throwing pieces of the pie together. And I understood, Seth Rollins is your champion. CM Punk was your last champion who lost your championship. LA Knight defeated Seth Rollins in his last real match on Saturday night's main event. Jey Uso, what are you doing in here? Very wild card. He is a former world heavyweight champion. Are they putting him on in this match just so he has a match on the card and like keep his momentum and like keep rolling through? It didn't really make sense. But now we see the story, especially after Monday, when Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker came down there after the LA Knight versus Braun Breaker match, and Seth like bailed out. And as like Bronson and Braun wanted to get back in there and beat these guys up, he said, "No, watch. They're gonna do our work for us. They're gonna take care of each other." And then we basically saw, what was it? It was Punk, and took at LA Knight, and then Jey Uso hit CM Punk with the super kick to basically end the show standing tall inside of the ring. The one thing that I held on to more than anything else is Punk wanted to make this the easy way to see this match. There's 3 baby faces and 1 heel. If the 3 baby faces would come together, they can beat up Seth Rollins, take him out, eliminate him pretty much from the match, and then they could fight each other to find out who the best one is of them. But when Punk came to Uso and said that as long as we stay to the plan and, we work together, I think Uso as well as LA Knight took that as, hey, we're going to go at this 3-on-1, but then at the end of the day, Punk's going to be the one to pin Seth Rollins. I don't think that's what Punk was asking for, but at that time, you got to understand that Uso and LA Knight took it that way of like, hey, just as long as I win, we're all good at the end. Both of these guys feel like they deserve to be in this match for the long run. I really liked the promo in the back. 100% of me was saying Seth Rollins is going to win this match by hook or by crook. And we're just going to move on to WrestlePalooza. And we're probably going to do Rollins versus Punk 1-on-1. That is probably the biggest match that they have here. And then we had Jey Uso getting advice from Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns was saying things like this, this isn't about having friends. This isn't like being the leader of the locker room. This is about making moments, winning championships, building your legacy that people are going to remember. That's why we do this. Kind of heel stuff, honestly, in my mind. It reminded me a lot of Roman with the bloodline, basically using Jey and Jimmy to step on anybody. As long as he walked out with the championship at the end of the day, the family lived on and the family lived strong. But as soon as Roman started being the one to take a fall here or there, he wasn't going after the person that beat him. He was going after Jey and Jimmy for letting that person have a chance to beat him. That's the part that I really don't get what's going on with there. But Jey, I think getting that talk from Roman in the back led him to being able to super kick Punk to end the show. We've seen Jey run out to help Punk. We've seen him run out to help Cody in any situation. You can basically root down Jey losing his championship to Gunther because he couldn't help putting his nose into other people's fights. Gunther sat down in the locker room and warned him that if you don't start thinking about yourself, you're going to lose to me in the long run. And that's basically what ended up happening. But I don't know. There's a good portion of me who thinks Did they, it's not out of the ordinary to have, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns be together. But to give him that kind of a pet talk before this match, it almost changed it to, I think, Jey has a 25% shot to win this match. And then I'm like, okay, if Jey beats Rollins, they could still do Rollins versus Punk, in a big match at WrestlePalooza. But then Jey, he has, the World Heavyweight Championship. What does he do? I immediately started thinking like, well, I guess Gunther would come back, and Gunther's gonna want, a shot to go after this championship. So do we just jump right in to just running WrestleMania back at WrestlePalooza, and we just do Jey versus Gunther? Is there anybody else out there that could go after? I don't think Jey versus LA Knight. I'm not trying to put any slight on LA Knight's name. I'm just saying that match to me doesn't seem huge. I mean, I like LA Knight. I'm not the hugest fan of his. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about. If I was, putting money on a bet in a casino, I'd still bet on Rollins to win this match. But there's the little thing in the back of my mind that just keeps thinking about that promo all the time of Jey doing that. But I think we're moving towards a really great pay-per-view at WrestlePalooza. Cena versus Brock. I'm guessing Punk versus Rollins. Anything could happen, but I think this show, honestly, is just kind of like getting us through. And like, once again, Peacock, I appreciate you. You did good. I mean, come the end of the year, if the WWE library does not exist anywhere than like YouTube, I think it's going to be a sad day. We're not going to know what we had when we had it. This ESPN deal, it's not the biggest change that's going to happen in my life, but I found out that it's either going to do this. I can keep my YouTube subscription, and I'm going to have to pay the $30 to add ESPN Unlimited, or for the same amount of money, I can jump over to Hulu Live TV, pay the same amount that comes with an ESPN Unlimited deal. What scares me is I haven't done it yet, but if you look at the ESPN Disney bundle, they say for the $30 a month, you can bundle ESPN, Disney Plus, and Hulu, the regular edition, for $30. It says you get an ESPN Unlimited account. Then if you switch over to the live TV page, it says live TV comes with an ESPN Select account. ESPN Select is the equivalent of what ESPN Plus used to be. It's not ESPN Unlimited. So I don't know if it's just a matter of they didn't change the right words on their page. Hulu's a big company. You got to be thinking someone's proofreading this stuff. I have gone on the Hulu site. I've talked to an agent. They told me that you get ESPN Unlimited with live TV. I've tweeted the Hulu, what is it called? Like when you need help, the Hulu help page, they say that, yes, you get ESPN Unlimited. Part of me doesn't want to sign up for Hulu and make the switch until I have to, September 20th. I don't know if I'm praying for rain that YouTube TV might find a way to get a deal with ESPN to include it as well. That's my biggest hope I have. I'm really only not wanting to not have Hulu or YouTube TV so I can listen to football games while I'm at work or in the car, basically, pretty much. That's the one reason why I don't want to. I think at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter if I'm Hulu or YouTube TV. I just want YouTube TV because of the fact that's what I've always had my entire life. With Hulu, you can add for, I believe, I can't remember if it was $5 or $10. You can add Red Zone. I've lived with Red Zone and I love it. I don't watch it when my 49ers are on. And most of the time they're on at the 1 o'clock hour. And, the earlier games I'm going to be at work. So I don't want to be paying for something that I'm not actually watching. The YouTube TV, they have, I forget what it's called, Sunday Ticket or whatever the heck it's called. I don't think I would pay for that because I'm not going to watch every game that's out there. I'm good enough with the CBS game, the Fox game. The Niners are normally the Fox game, unless there's a game of the week that bumps it out. I get Thursday. I don't even remember, NFL Network or something like that. And then you got Monday, you've got ESPN. So all those doors are covered. I'm going to have everything I need that way. But we'll see. Fun stuff.